Oh, no.
Anything over 600.
This time we'll call the regular county commission order certified for consent agenda approval minutes payroll and payroll.
Second.
All in favor?
More aye. Today.
This Bunker Bridge pay, we've already got everything ready for that.
Yeah, just be over a little bit, so.
We don't have Ryan Allison and the safety insurance. Terry, you wanna come up, we'll get you done.
This is an addendum to the cooperative agreement for the city of Dixon. We collect all the cities, and they have requested that we collect their nuisance, which is if they have to go out, mow the yard, you know, it's minor stuff, but they not collect demolition, anything like that. So it's kind of stipulated that it's going to be good maximum on that line. Because you just can't put a large amount on a tax bill because of the value. So, anyway, we do that for St. Robert and Waynesville. So, Dixon has requested we do it for them also. So that's what this is. It's just to the current cooperative agreement that we have in place. They've already voted on it in Dixon, they signed it, and so you guys will have to also.
Do we charge the cities anything to collect that?
Yes, yeah. I mean, it'll be the same as what the city collection is.
Yeah. Do we need to move that?
Yeah, we
you'll
need
have
to,
I'll move it. I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Need everybody to sign, please. There's a place for you guys to sign.
Good question. Let me grab one of the bonds and I'll take a look because, if you tell me, I'm going to what it says, so.
That was a 3-year-old drawing.
Okay,
Sign it, I can put a stamp on it. Oh, that's the same seal.
Maybe you remember, your commission date would be the bond. It's supposed to be the
I'm going to tell you,
closing
say
date,
on
right?
YouTube, I did not say, you did not get the money to have royalties.
Is he here today?
Yes, yes, so it's the city's not coming. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jess, you ready?
I'm ready.
No. Yes.
Oh, on the bunker bridge.
I thought you were looking at me.
He was looking through you there.
Through me. That glass eye.
That's right. What it is.
Okay, so this is for the application for. So MoDOT will be $30,082.63. Our final amount from CDBG is $31,650.29, and the county's portion will be $13,174.03.
I'll move. Second.
Favor?
Aye.
What? Tell me.
And for the record, Darrell, Bunker Bridge is open now.
Bunker Bridge is open. Thanks, sir.
I made a motion.
To approve the pay request.
Motion made by Basil. Nate.
All right. The architects got back with me here. The soonest they could start would be March 1st, possibly sooner if they finished up on the prior project. 7% is more than reasonable. I think we pay like 8.5 on that jail. Of course, it's just their proposal. Decide to go with it. If y'all decide we'd want to write our own contract and get a little more clarification. Make sure it's all inclusive, no added on extras.
We have the rates of what Great Rivers charge for this.
I can go back and see if it's in.
I bet Jess has them somewhere.
So at any rate, I'll just leave this with you gentlemen.
Yeah, we can't vote on it.
No, I know,
Right.
but I'll get it to you today and,
This is what we put out in the request for
Right.
Yes.
modifications.
Yes.
So we still have to wait for that process.
Right.
I guess you'll contact me when you want to do the next step.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, y'all have a good day.
Thanks.
March is the earliest they can.
They said possibly sooner, but that's the worst case scenario. Everybody's busy.
Yeah.
Brian, Allison, yeah. Can we help?
Terry?
Terry left over?
Yeah.
Come on up.
Morning. How are y'all?
Good.
I am representing the Laclede County CERT. I understand you guys are forming a new CERT operation, revamping it. You're hiring a new manager.
Yeah,
You know, Dave Miller, he's one of the contending.
yeah.
Can I jokingly say something unofficial? I don't want you to hire him because I want him. Just saying, it's a selfish thing. But then again, on the flip side, if you do hire him, then I got somebody in Pulaski County that I know is a good guy, and we work, and I want to work together. The reason why I'm here is, as a coordinator, I'm just trying to coordinate. I understand you guys are in charge of, or have something to do with the OEM and surplus operation fixing it.
Yeah, that one falls under me.
Maybe we need to talk. Doesn't have to be in the committee.
Yes.
But
I'll do that.
trying to reach out, trying to find someone. I heard you guys were,
Yeah, I've been in,
Meetings,
I got one more
yeah.
interview to go. I've interviewed, was it 6 already? 6? I've did 6 interviews, I got 1 to go. And I still have 4 really good,
Yeah.
maybe 5 really good.
I didn't want to go back in.
And 2 was, decent. But I have 5 really good,
you do want the best you can get, regardless.
that's what I can afford. I gotta throw that in there, cause, they only can pay so much.
Bet you pay more than Laclede. From what I understand.
Different class county too. That's their class 1, I think.
No,
Class
please,
2?
class 3.
Are they class 3? I'll be darned, I thought they were class 2.
No, please, class 3.
I'll be darned.
I mean, I try to know my place in life. It's one of the keys
I
of
thought
don't
they
get
were
your
larger than
nose
that.
burnt or ahead of your skis.
Yeah,
But like, I'm trying, I want to make a difference in it. And, so I'm trying to gently, push people to do something, or push people to get out of the way. That lead follow, get out of the way. So, anyways, maybe we can talk after the meeting.
Sure.
You are,
yeah, well, we're,
You want to go ahead and tell the gentleman your last name?
Candidate.
Terry Cox, K-A-A-S.
Preliminary.
Would the committee like my phone number?
yeah,
573-855-6710. And that's my personal cell. You can call me 24.
And you're with Laclede.
I'm also a mental, the reason why I'm a few minutes late here, I just got off the phone with a guy in Costa Rica, one of the soldiers I used to work with. And I'm also a mental health counselor in Vietnam, and I focus on veterans, first responders, and PTSD, suicide prevention, things like that. It's free, strictly confidential. So if you do know anybody, it's always a good idea to talk to somebody.
Oh, yeah.
If you need to. So, also, I'm in seminary school. Did you know that?
I did not know.
I'm in seminary school for pastoral counsel, going for my master's.
What did you do a part of like the boat? What was that? Was it you that did the boat for the flood? Was it you? Was it part of the team went to Miss Louisiana?
I went
A while
down.
back.
I went down there and
Well, I see that.
joined up or linked up with the Cajun Navy.
That's it. Yep. I remember reading
Yeah.
it. I remember reading a story you
They're
put
good.
on there about it.
Yeah, they're good guys, you know. And you know, you just run over there and see if people might help. And I found a way to make that work. Actually, I did more work with the local churches than I did with the Cajun Navy, to be honest. I did more work with them than anybody else. But anyway, that's not it. I just want to make contact. That's my official.
I appreciate you coming in.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, thanks.
Yeah.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Can we help you? Come on up.
Thank you. Anyway, my
Can I
name
get your name?
Sue Williams. I know I'm not invited, but
You're fine.
Everybody's invited.
There, yep.
okay. I'm here on the behalf of that petition that was taken. You know, I think there was a petition that they were standing in the front of the post office and take.
Yeah.
What was that all
On
about?
the audit?
Yes, what was that
Well, I'll
about?
explain it to you. Currently, for years, the county got an audit every 4 years to the state.
Okay.
Now, our audits are different than your city audits. When we get a state audit, it's more in-depth than what a city gets, okay? We were required to have that every 4 years. Now it was every 2 years. Now they've moved it to 4 years,
We
correct?
get two different types of audits.
Yeah.
We get a statutory audit and we get a financial audit. And they used to be offset by 2 years. But now the state, because they don't have enough money, they only do financial audits every 6 years.
Right.
However, after saying that, because of building the jail, we actually have a single payer audit every
Every
year.
We have
Because
to
of
have
the
one every
federal
year.
monies that we receive. So the county is getting audited by an auditor every year.
Oh, so that audit that they had, it was not for the election?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so, I mean, because I misunderstood that. They did not explain fully to me what it was.
What I'm finding out, they wouldn't explain to anybody. They just wanted you to sign a piece of paper.
And they will
Okay.
only show you what it's about if you are gonna sign it.
Yeah.
So, I'm here to rescind that, please. My signature out of that, and, so I'm not consenting to that because they did not fully explain to me, and I don't intend
We
to put my
appreciate you
name on
coming in.
something that, you know.
Yeah, yeah, thank you.
Appreciate you coming in.
I appreciate it. Thank you
Thank
for the time.
Thank you.
God bless you guys.
Thank you.
People don't realize that we get an audit every year. But when you have like the jail, we get one every year, and we also get the state audit, like you said. But under the state funding now, they want to go 6 years. But anytime somebody wants to see something, they're more than welcome to come down and check it out. It's open for you.
Another thing they
You
didn't
can go
tell
to the
them
state
when they-
website, you can read the audit that we get. It's on the state website. Every audit we've ever had
I've
all
got
the audits
copies
we
of all of
get.
them. If somebody wants a copy
We've
of
got
it, I'll run
copies
you
here
a
in the
copy of the
courthouse.
audit.
You can go online to the state auditor's
Yeah,
office and pull up Pulaski County
it's all
audit,
sunshine.
and you can read it. So, you know, the transparency, you know, everything's there. You know,
I think they failed to tell them that. They failed to tell them that if they got enough signatures and we had to undergo an audit, it would cost the county, what, $60,000?
It would not cost the county, it would cost the
It
taxpayers.
costs the
Yes.
taxpayers. Yeah.
Which is the county.
Right.
Yes,
Which
but,
is the county, but it costs the taxpayers.
I mean,
Eventually, yeah.
it's the taxpayer's gonna pay for it.
Yeah.
That's something they don't tell you.
And I think
Yeah.
it is just somebody
Well, they
out
don't
there that-
understand.
Somebody out there's got a little heartburn over something, I'm sure. But all they gotta do is come in and ask to see it, or they can just get on the computer and the state auditor has it. They're not gonna lie about anything. So, I don't know. I'm glad she came in though.
Yeah.
She had concerns with it. She didn't, she feels like she'd done something she thought maybe I shouldn't have done. I didn't know enough about it. And that's great. I'm glad
Yep.
people
Somebody
get
else told
involved
me
like
they
that.
got confronted about that, and he said, no, thank you.
I had somebody that was confronted and they asked him why and what, when and where. They wouldn't explain it, they just wanted him to sign it.
He was smart enough to know that it's gonna cost the taxpayers a lot of money.
Sure. Yeah, if there was
For something that's already
corruption or
done.
something like that, that was blatantly going, you know, that,
It's already done, yeah.
do it.
I was on the sewer board years ago when the public got a petition to do that, and they said, no, that's free, the state pays for those. I said,
No, they don't.
I said,
Remember
no,
the city
they
of
don't.
Dixon went through one here a few years back. I mean, when the city of Dixon, they don't have the money anyway, they cost them like 40 grand.
I forget what it cost us at the sewer district, but it
I
was a
mean,
lot.
40 grand
If
for
we
the city of
didn't have-
Dixon is a lot of money.
If we
Yes,
didn't
it
have-
is.
Yeah.
That, to me, that's a new police
Them
car
auditors don't
or a
work for free.
work vehicle for the city, because everything they got is older.
Mm-hmm.
They can use it.
Okay.
These requirements anyways? I mean, is this not like part of the statute, like these audits need to be done?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So-
We have to do it.
Shouldn't this be an automatic?
We
I'm
have
just-
an automatic audit with the state, and we have an automatic audit now every year because of the build of the jail. We have to have a financial audit done every year.
Every year.
So it's out there. People just don't read into it enough or ask enough questions, or they can come down and pretty much everybody's gonna show them what's going on.
I know I've got you on the spot and haven't given you time to prepare, but could you explain what a little bit of the difference is between a statutory audit and a financial audit?
I'll let Sue explain that before you.
Perfect.
The statutory audit, they go through the statutes that affect the county and make sure that you are abiding by the statutes. Reporting periods, what you can do with your monies, where those monies go. So it's more of a rules type thing. And then the financial audit looks at your books and looks at our yearly budget that is printed and making sure that the monies are all correct in the right place. Nothing's missing. Everything is being receipted. Everything has documentation for any type of financial transactions that we do, whether it's money coming in on a monthly basis, the public coming in for an ATV permit, or somebody coming in for notary to make sure that those reports, any reports for monies that come into a elected official's office, that all of that documentation is there, and that all of those monies are going into the correct fund.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate the explanation.
Our audits are a little different than city audits. City audit just has, they pay for an auditor to come in and audit their books. The difference between us bringing our own auditor in, because what we do is we hire an auditor to come in and audit the books. They give you a report and they tell you whatever they find in it. The state comes down and does an audit. That's where they follow every statute, like she was saying through there. they find something wrong, there's a grading between A to F, I believe it is. Is it still A to F, the auditing? And then if they find any corruption in there, then it gets turned over to the Attorney General. Well, cities don't get those.
When I served on the board of directors of the Cattlemen's Beef Board, I was on the audit committee. And we were ordered to do a government compliance audit where they came in and audited all of our speech for the past year. To make sure that we didn't publish anything false to the public. Yeah, so that, yeah.
Now you just put it on Facebook and fact check it out.
Fact check, yeah. There you go. And if you try to do something, then you get banned. But Facebook banned themselves the other day.
Yeah.
7-hour timeout, yeah.
Somebody said that happened, but I
Yeah, it
didn't.
did. I got to look for something on there. I was looking for something, so I was on Facebook.
Must have been the 7 hours while I was at work.
It was during the day, it was.
Yeah, I gonna say.
It was during the day. More
Yeah.
productivity got done that day than any
Yeah.
other day the last 5 years, because nobody could get on Facebook, so they had to work.
Yeah.
Half the country was devastated.
Yeah.
Honestly, I thought I got kicked off Facebook because they did it to me once, no explanation, just gone.
Yeah.
It's like over a decade of pictures, everything. Just
Yeah.
Now that your business is over.
Oh, yeah.
Did you get him like those?
Thanks, Daryl.
Welcome. Not meaning to ignore you, you're obviously for the audience.
Yellow tag. Oh, no, I'm okay. You didn't bring any white ones.
I'll eat chocolate ones.
Well, I brought you clears, there's white stuff inside them.
Well, he is going to eat one. I thought he'd only eat the white one.
Yeah.
He's small.
All of them do?
Guys,
you picked up which
no.
donut?
1 o'clock today, we had a tour scheduled. And the lady from Inform messaged me last night, fairly late, and said that not going to be able to do that today.
Okay.
And she's going to be on vacation next week, and that works because I will also.
Okay.
It'll be the week after that that she'll get a reschedule and set up.
Okay.
Maybe I can get the
And I probably need to talk to you guys in a closed session as well.
Worked for 2 years, and then I lost the stone out of it, so I quit wearing that.
We're going to do
And I
that now.
had wore it almost
Quick,
like,
yeah.
it had sharp edges.
I have no projects on my kid.
Because though we want to do those clothes, and they'll be done.
What's that one thing that's over his head? Which is really good. It was like 60 bucks. It lasts
I don't know if I like
and then I finally bought it. And then I just got some cheap ones.
Twist.
You know,
Twist your arm, Gene.
Yeah, you all have a chunk of our mustache on video.
Yeah.
Can you send that video to his wife?
She knows I do this.
Yes, he thinks we're.
Be nice.
She knows I do this, and she also has 6 of those eclairs sitting on her kitchen counter.
Between my wife and Richard Baptiste, I get caught on everything. Richard will wrap me out in the heart.
I'll tell Richard.
Yeah, see?
So I got.
You really want to impress
He's
them.
your friend.
Yeah, he's my friend. He's my good friend, yeah.
What are friends for?
He'll throw me under the bus. And I'll throw him under the bus.
Would it be, if you really wanted to impress the commission, bring something with bacon in it?
We like bacon.
Bacon's the duct tape to food. Bacon
Staple.
makes everything good.
Put that bacon on anything, it tastes good.
Yeah, it's the duct tape to
I
food.
seen somebody one time make a donut
They sell it.
deal with bacon in it.
Yeah.
It was
They
a
sell
choc, it was a, like that chocolate covered donut, and it had bacon in it.
Yep.
It was homemade.
Yeah,
And I was like,
maple bacon donut. That's what a lot
but it
of
was
people-
actually pretty good.
That was exactly
The bottom of it just gets in on one day and kind of goes to the other.
Got any more updates on how many tickets have been sold yet?
Mhm.
I can tell you right now, all the smoke they make there, pork across the board was up 39% here for a while.
What you use
It's starting to come back down.
It's dirty. I mean, they get all kind of grease and all kinds of gunk out of them, but.
Pork bellies
Because I wear.
double the price.
Grease, Baylor, and everything.
Pork loin.
I went to pork belly, it cost more than brisket.
I'm laundering and stuff, and I'll scrub.
Because I like making pork belly burn ends. You can't afford it.
Well, that's the way that.
More
Because of
people
the
are making
laws.
their own bacon.
Huh?
More people are making their own bacon.
Yeah,
Where I lost it,
because when it
but
comes to
it-
the
ponies
shrinking,
have gotten wore down.
it's just like brisket, there's a lot, but it's a more shrinkage than brisket has.
If I ever do.
Did you see I did a whole
How
hog
big is Charlie? I got
from my wife's birthday?
Mhm.
It turned out all right, but the skin didn't turn out that crispy.
about 45 days now, and I was gonna keep them.
It wasn't crispy.
No,
The
it,
market's just.
everybody, you know,
Shit, that wouldn't fly.
all those women were dying for that crispy
You couldn't do that.
piece, but it didn't turn out like
If you
that.
had it sealed really tight, it will keep the skin soft. And it gets the texture. I see a lot of do it below temperature. Low temperature is great, does great for cooking pork. The problem is if you want the skin crisp, you gotta do it at a higher temperature. And make sure it's not enclosed where the moisture gets in it. More moisture gets in it. It's like chicken, it's like smoking chicken. If you want crispy chicken, you have to smoke it at a higher temperature.
I think one of them $3 a year.
That was my first time.
Bash.
Whole hog, I'd never done whole hog.
I did one small one time, and it was softer like that. But over time, I started learning a little more techniques of it. Like I gotta ask them, I said, how come I'm not getting this? Well, if you go low and slow, you're gonna get this. If you go hot and fast, you get this. I said, what's the middle? I like to be in the middle of that. And I found out 250 and 275 is hot enough to crisp it. But yeah, it takes longer to cook it, not like the hot and fast. 250, 275 is pretty perfect cooking.
Yeah.
Like chicken, I check the temperature when I know it's close. With my probe, you gotta pop it through the skin. And the juice, because it seals the juice of the chicken. Low and slow,
Yeah.
it's harder to get it really moist.
Well, they'll probably go to
A
that
little
next
more,
year.
a little more heat on them, you
I'm
can
gonna
crisp
call out some
that.
old cows.
And it holds every bit of it.
I've got some young heifers. That's really
But don't
nice.
do the mistake like I did yesterday. I threw a couple of logs of hickory on there and I got the smoke, it turns it darker.
Yeah.
Well, I
You wanna
definitely,
keep the skin from getting dark, you gotta quit
I went through the
using
other day and I
the
just,
smoke.
I've got
keeping it, did you see the picture of a cinder block deal that I did
Yeah.
for it?
7.
Which I got off Facebook, YouTube.
I watched on Pit Masters, they invited 3 in, then they told them they were cooking the whole hog. 2 of them never cooked the whole hog.
No.
And they already had the cinder block pits built for them there. And I've seen some smokers bring them blocks with them and they'll build the
Yeah.
pit when they get there. The cinder blocks, the only thing you're doing there is you're getting a fire going. Here you start shoveling the coals around
Yeah.
inside there to get different areas hotter than other areas.
I just didn't mind the whole indirect where the pig was not over, because I saw a YouTube video where someone caught their hog on fire.
Yeah.
Because it was dripping down onto the coals. I'm
Some
like,
things do, a lot of them do is they'll put a lot of the heat on the back by the leg, the back hind quarter, the front quarter. And through the middle will be light coals, not as hot.
Yeah.
There's a technique to it. Boy,
I like doing that. It took a long time, but I like doing it. I want to do it again, that's for sure.
Well, when they're done right there, it's good.
The other lines with their luau and stuff.
I thought maybe about doing a bunch for this deer season.
Yeah, it's a cold.
Like smoke a bunch of different meats all at one time, on that, and then you pop it in the freezer, heat it back up again for deer season.
Out there, well, it's a house.
Set the big one, bury it.
We've got a couple of
Yeah.
smokers out there, we leave around, that's what I do, I smoke when I get out
Sit there
there.
and just bake it. That, I don't know how long they get it for.
So the committee just went culinary.
Yeah.
Make sure that's in your report.
Pardon me?
That the committee went
How long
culinary.
you leave the pig under the ground? How long you leave the pig under the ground when you?
Depends on the size and the temperature you're cooking. Or if you do it underground, like where they put it in the ground and
Yeah,
cover
where you
it
got
up.
the coals and pig and how long do you
It
leave the
just
pig?
depends on the weight of the
Same
cow,
time.
size of the hog. If you got a little hog, it doesn't take very long, as long. But if you got a big one, it'll take.
Days or?
No, hours, like 10. Mine was,
It's just like cook, it's basically like cooking a pork loin or pork roast or butt. Same thing. Your longest temperature is gonna be your pork roast that's on there. So
We did this.
11 hours, 12 hours.
We did a
Feedback.
220-pound hog, and we dug a hole with my mini excavator, and we burned a cord of wood in the bottom of it. Waited till it got cold, and we put a piece of tin over it, wrapped that hog in a wet sheet, put chicken wrap over, or chicken wire over top of it, then took a piece of old barn tin, you know, and rolled it over it, tied it, dropped it down in there, put a piece of tin on top of it, took a bunch of them coals, put it on top, and then you cover it back up till you can't see any smoke come out of the ground anymore. And we left it in there for 14 hours, and you could just peel anything you wanted to off the bottom. And we put like a bunch of cabbage and carrots and onions and stuff inside
14
it.
hours to cook it, 12 hours to prepare it.
Yeah.
But you don't put it next to the coals.
No, you gotta put something in between it and the coals.
You gotta have an insulation in there, what we
Yeah.
call insulation.
mine
It's
was
indirect heat.
Mine was all above ground.
Yeah.
Cinder block up.
Yeah.
Had metal, expanded metal on one side,
Yeah.
and a fire on the other side. So it's indirect, and it worked.
Yeah. 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 We used to do one every year. We ain't done it in a couple of years. I got to where I don't like to cut that much wood.
I'll let you know when you gotta chop my mustache.
Yeah, you can use whatever, because when it burns down all year, really after your coals.
It's a sugar-free donut.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Hey, that sugar didn't cost me anything. That's my story and I'm sticking to it.
There you go, Gene.
Yeah, it says sugar-free on the box.
That's right.
Sugar-free, right on it.
You want one more?
I'll hold off a little bit. But now that I know that they're sugar-free, I'll grab one.
Yeah.
There you go, see?
If they're sugar-free, I bought them by mistake.
It's written on the
Thanks for
box.
the
See, it's
mistake,
written on
Daryl.
the box, Daryl.
Sugar-free.
Well, I don't know where it says that, I didn't see it.
Right on the front.
Fine print.
You know how it is. It's always the cover-up with government.
If the worst thing they have to do is cover up their donut.
They're covering up their crimes like Nixon.
If the worst thing they have to deal with is covering up the fact they're eating donuts so the wives don't get mad, our county has no problem.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
See, there's no sugar added.
Well, we went to a luau.
We have added no sugar to that.
It's sugar-free because I didn't pay for
Yeah.
I'm
the
just
sugar.
saying.
Yeah.
Here, add some sugar.
Oh, there you go, Daryl.
We want them sugar-free, so it's no sugar
I put
added.
Splenda on it.
That could be
That
done.
stuff's worse for you than sugar.
Splenda.
But it doesn't look very appetizing when you first drink it out. It's white. It almost looks like you boiled it, you know.
Thank you, sir.
23rd of this month, right? Yeah, Saturday, yeah.
Maybe.
When is that? Is that this weekend?
No.
Is it next weekend?
Gonna get changed again.
The 21st.
Maybe
Next Thursday.
I gotta cook 300-400 people the next day.
I don't know.
Today?
Check
No,
with
the day after
If
that.
I don't get somebody to help me today and tomorrow, I'd like to go.
Yeah,
It'll be changed to 2022.
understand that.
It is what it is.
You stretched it.
Informed by church.
Shriners.
Waiting for someone to walk in.
Yeah, they just,
Competitive.
Just like you walk in and unexpected people might walk in. They're here 2 days, so wait for anybody might want to walk in. This is the difference between the city and the school board. The county government dates back with a horse and buggy here, where the commissioners showed up just in case anybody might want to
You know,
come
as
in.
busy
And
as
they'd
I
sit
am,
there.
Yeah,
that
I'm
feels
trying to
like.
figure out how we can get it
They'd
done.
sit there.
over-
I need to check this for sure, but I believe state
Oh, no,
law
you
requires the
can't count
commission to
anybody
meet at
for
least
it.
2 times per year.
Back in the day,
There was an
I woke up this morning,
and
I
post that the commission
Now
would
you
meet
trust me,
at
started
so-and-so
drinking.
date and place, and any
Jump,
members of the
I was
public
young,
who
low.
have a concern, come talk to the commissioners. Yeah, this is kind of the last vestige of that type of government.
Terrible.
Also, the rule was they needed to have a courthouse within a 1-day horse ride of everybody, which is part of our counties were designed the way they
must
are.
be a food
They
element.
bought,
Farther north of your
A donut
counties,
element.
typically 36 miles by 36 miles, 6
Yeah.
townships by 6 townships,
Good.
as part of the
They've never
overall
invested
ordinance. And the deliberate intention.
Stay away.
was
Stick to
make
you.
sure that
You can't eat one of them things.
No, they stick to you.
courthouse.
what place with this?
Out here, geography. doesn't have-
Always Larry when Daryl gives something away, you know, you gotta be Larry about that.
Lot easier when
what,
Did you tell her to sell it?
no, they liked the area. They said they were real tentative.
He saved 83 cents,
They're
didn't he?
not,
I
so
know what you mean.
they actually, they
Yeah.
have,
The more you spend, the more you save, so you are able to save yourself out of
that's
debt.
what they said they were real.
Kinda like taxes.
I got a
speed,
question for
right?
you.
It's already paid for.
So I send you
Now we're eating
the
tax.
information on what I'm wanting to
In
do
America.
and what's going on and everything else.
Used to
Okay?
be tax and spend, now it's
But
spend and
then-
tax.
Yeah.
You don't share any of that, you
I
don't.
don't know, I'm gonna write an
inform
article on it, but
anybody about
that takes time.
Okay.
We're not talking, I'm not just gonna repeat what you say. I'm gonna go do my research, you're gonna get your article, but it's not something that can be done overnight.
Well, the thing is you keep putting little parts in it and you know, like autopsy room, well, it's a lab, but there's more to it than just autopsy room. But it's got my phone absolutely blowing up. People want to know what in the hell I'm thinking and what I'm doing.
Well, you're looking at spending a very large amount of money. I'm gonna take the time to do this right. I'm not gonna sit here and spend
What
30
I'm
minutes
talking
on
about is
something.
the vague bits of information that you are putting out.
That's
is
what you, I'm
just enough
I'm pointing out what you say here at the county commission. And you sat down and you've given an extensive interview, and I'll deal with it, but that's not 30 minutes.
Okay, well, I was just curious.
No problem. You're probably talking 20, 30 hours on that article. I have to go call some medical examiners, I have to do a lot of research, because there are people, and I believe, you convinced me that this is good for the county, but there are people, a number of them probably have other motives, who are trying to tell me that this is going to cost the county millions upon millions, and clearly they haven't done the research you've done, and I have to go, unfortunately, the last person who asked, I'm not saying he's where some of the questions were coming from,
Oh, I actually talked to him after he made that comment.
and that's why I sent him to you.
I talked to him and He's on board too.
Yeah.
So
Once you
basically
provide
he said he
facts,
thinks
solve
it's a
the
good
problem.
idea.
There are people in the medical community around here who understand what it takes to do in Greene County and up in Springfield and in Springfield, St. Louis, Kansas City. They understand what they're doing. And what they're doing is not what you're looking at doing. What you're looking at doing is providing a facility that will allow a contract medical examiner to come down here. You're not looking at building an entire hospital wing.
No.
And there are people who misunderstand what you're doing and are saying, not only the county can't possibly do it, if you start down this road, you're going to bankrupt the county because they haven't talked to you, and they also don't understand a lot of this potentially could be paid for by COVID funding.
Possibly.
No, I mean, there are people out there who don't understand what you're doing and have heard through the medical community, and I'm not telling you it's being circulated with Glasgow Ambulance District, because I don't think it is, but there are people who work in the medical community, many of them out of Fort Leonard Wood, who think you're trying to bring Greene County here. That's not what you're doing. You voluntarily asked me, you voluntarily told me stuff before I ever asked you. So when people from
Hey, Sue,
Gilwalk call me up and
Ty has a
say,
request
do
for
you
Joe,
have
too.
any
If he
idea
could-
how much this is going to cost? This man is crazy.
And I really likes the Stingrays too, the old ones.
Oh, you want Joe to get one of those?
He could have one of each.
Is that what they're saying?
It's been said. I didn't say that.
And I said,
it has
oh buddy,
been said.
you're done.
Then
You're done.
tells them some of the things you've been saying, particularly the issue with the COVID money, particularly the issue that you're looking at a contract medical examiner, you could potentially.
It's always, because I am like not a
They
company.
started
Yeah.
saying,
I only drive the car. I
so
drive
this is
because-
like having an on-call nurse when needed as opposed to hiring
Which is
a
funny,
visiting
'cause
nurse
Ty is
services.
kind of mine.
And you can tell, obviously, the person who's
Trucks,
talking
all
to
that
happened to
stuff.
be an RN. And
But Blake,
once the
He
person
looks
on
at
their
the
own
tractors and
came up with the difference between
you know, and
the thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars
They
per
passed
week,
the
or
truck
tens of
the other day,
thousands of
had a
dollars
big
per
John Deere.
week for visiting nurse services
It's 81.70.
versus having a nurse on call with a
Know
contract
that.
come in
Yeah.
when
Figure
needed.
that out.
In her world, she understood what you were doing is the equivalent of that.
Your dad has
You know,
two of
so
those, don't you
everybody,
know that?
you know, I've driven a tow truck
I don't.
for 6 years, going in 7 years I've owned the company,
I
but
don't care
I
what
was a
color it
medic.
is. If it's
You know,
got
for over
four
15
doors,
years,
the radio,
but-
heater, air conditioning,
If they're
steering
here
wheel.
And it starts when you turn
I'm
18.
fine. I want to know what this
Yeah,
bottom
but most of the
number
nurses and
is
stuff
that
out
it's
there
gonna
aren't
cost.
military, most of them.
I
are
don't
civilians.
care about all the other bells and
Yes, but
whistles.
they come and go here.
I
Community out of Fort
It all boils down to
When
friends.
somebody has been.
I don't ever care.
5 years past.
Lisa's,
You gotta have this.
Well, see, Fort Leonard pretty much has unlimited
she has a
resources
heated steering wheel.
and
So
money
do I.
flow, and they still don't do stuff
That's what
right.
she says, I don't care if it doesn't have anything
But-
else in
Did you
it.
hear me
She
just
said, I will never go without a heated
When
steering
you have
wheel.
unlimited
Okay.
resources.
Of all the things you,
Now I will
Right.
say this.
It's always
They are,
funny how the
I could care less
military
about
will,
one. I had a car that had one and I
like you
used
said,
it for 2 years.
unlimited.
And I was like, why
It
don't
is,
you use it?
but it's like
I
unlimited.
would
They got
always
so
wear
much money,
time, I
but
put
yet
gloves
they always
on, I
look
get
for
in
the
the car.
roads.
I think it gets too hot.
I drive
You know
a
what I mean?
mile
It's
and a
just
half
about-
down the road.
So
I
just
don't, I mean, by
curious,
that
I'm
point in
looking
time,
forward
I'm
to
home.
seeing what you're doing. And
I
if
don't
you wanna get together and clarify more things before you do that.
But it is
might as well.
At this point, I probably have everything I need on your end, but what I need to do is I need to do my research to say.
There's a lot of stuff that I was kind of vague with you on,
My
I didn't go into
seats
great detail on, but.
And I kind of gathered that.
So I could have one
Because the simple
higher than
reality
the
of it
other.
is that when you're dealing with